Hey, I'm Nicholas Prom, and you're watching Posers Must Die. Today, Chase and I are joined by a very special guest, Cruz Rivas from ACERBITY, an upcoming thrash metal band from Washington State. Cruz, thank you so much for joining us today.
Absolutely. I'm happy to be here.
Yay! Excuse me, Rivas. Sorry. Uh, but um, but yes. So Cruz, we tend to open the show with a couple of softball questions just to kind of warm up and get to know you. And well, I gotta ask, when it comes to Van Halen, are you a David Lee Roth guy or a Sammy Hagar guy?
Definitely a Roth guy.
That's the answer most people give. Can
Yeah.
we get a few thoughts on both? Uh,
Um, I'm not as heavily invested as Van Halen as other people, especially my guitarist.
sure.
He's that kind of guy. But I mean, that's just where it's at. Roth's solo stuff is great too. So
Yeah.
just
I mean, didn't hurt that he had Billy Sheehan and Steve Vai, early on.
absolutely not.
That was a great band, really.
Yeah.
But right on, that's cool. Um, and then our other softball question we like to throw at people, recent events may skew this for a while, but do you have a preferred singer in Black Sabbath?
Uh, well, mine's always been Ozzy. I mean, recent
Sure,
events, whatever, but it's always been Ozzy for me, and
sure.
that's my opinion. My drummers may differ, but
That's okay. That's okay. A lot of singers have passed through Black Sabbath, and it's okay for your favorite one to be the first one. That is totally fine. But we just like to warm up with this kind of silly
Mhm.
stuff. I want to ask, Cruz, how old are you?
I am 19.
Whoa,
Ah,
holy shit. Oh,
already.
okay. So that brings me to my next question. What is your heavy metal origin story, man? How
Hmm.
did you get here? And how you're playing such
All right.
genuine 80s sounding thrash as a person born after 9/11? Like, uh, wow.
Sorry, you cut out. What was the start of the question?
Oh, I was just kind of asking, forgive me, sorry about that. Um,
Yeah.
Asking about your heavy metal origin story. Like, how does a 19-year-old is playing like such totally intricate 80s sounding thrash metal? Uh, you know,
Well, I think so. For me, it mostly my musical journey kind of leads just right there. I'm like a third or fourth generation musician in my family, so
All
oh,
right.
that
I
helps.
uh my great grandfather on my grandmother's side played mandolin with Hank Williams
Mhm.
Sr. and then my grandfather was in a touring band in the '60s from out here called
Hmm.
Merrily Rushing the Turnabouts,
Okay,
and my mother played violin for a while in school, but it didn't pan out in any other direction for her. And then for me, I wanted to pick up guitar, and because I was very heavily inspired by pop punk and Green Day specifically.
sure.
Which is a very funny place for. I mean, it's relatively typical, but it's still a funny place for a thrash metal guy to say, "Yeah, I started my musical journey with Green Day."
Gotta start
Well,
somewhere, but
right. And and
Yeah,
and real talk, regardless of how one feels about punk, I think punk and also new metal, again,
yeah.
not making value judgments right now, tend to be gateways for thrash metal. If you
yeah,
are
absolutely.
if you are someone who is I want to go deeper and go, further, if you're a real explorer musically, it just kind of like it's a natural progression, like that's the next step. So, hey, glad you made it.
Yeah, me too.
Welcome to the party, pal.
Yeah.
If you get that reference,
Nice.
high five. Um,
Um, yeah, so I was just grinding out actually I was grinding out with Green Day bass parts, which are great. Their bass player is amazing. Mike Dirnt is an amazing bass
sure.
player regardless. So I started wanting to learn guitar. I took about 4 acoustic guitar lessons. I said this isn't for me, and then I picked up my grandfather's bass, and I started learning Green Day bass lines, and that was the start of even my style, my playing style today. It still carries on from that, and
Okay.
so getting to the question you asked, I was playing a bunch of Green Day and a bunch of punk, and I was looking for someone to play music with. And via Facebook ad, my mom found another mom who was, I was 12 and a half when I started playing bass. So my mom found another mom posting her son saying, hey, we're looking for someone to jam with. And her son is a drummer. And I was like, great, we're in the same town. We're going to go hang out. And we set something up, I think, the next week. And we were best friends from that day on and still are.
Oh,
So
I
that
love
was
That's so
that.
cool.
that was
That
really
is so
fantastic.
cool.
Nice.
Yeah.
So this is the drummer for ACERBITY.
No, this is the
No.
drummer
Oh, okay.
for Violent Insurrection.
Oh, well, I've seen
Very
them.
cool.
I've met those guys. Yes. Okay.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Yeah.
I love that. That's great.
Yeah. So but he introduced me to metal via Metallica, and I was like, this isn't my thing. And I got a little into System of a Down, which I'm a huge fan of them on the DL. I love System of a Down's entire discography. But
I'll
No problems
forgive you.
there.
but they're I started getting into them, and then he showed me Metallica, and I was like, I don't get the big deal. I'm gonna stick to my Green Day bass lines. And then I learned a couple of songs for him, and I was like, I could probably get into this. And then I did, and I went further. I went to Megadeth, Violence,
Oh, nice.
Exodus.
Nice.
I went all those directions, and he went in the more death metal direction.
Okay.
So that's
Well, you both went more extreme from where you were at, so that's
yes,
cool.
yes.
More
Yeah.
extreme, more intricate. That's good, man. More heavy. Well, right on, dude. Well, that's killer. So, so last year you put out your first EP, End of the Line, which is really good. I mean, there's all these intricate melodies and just like killer like lead breaks and stuff. I'm just like, wow. It's really a lot of fun. And Chase and I saw you guys open for Morbid Saint,
Yes.
and Jesus, you guys practically stole the show.
Yeah.
Like you guys
Yeah.
really deliver the goods live, really put on a great show.
That was actually one of my questions. It was going to be, so do you guys normally just blow the roof off of everything just so casually? Just, oh, hey, it's Morbid Saint. Yeah, we're the biggest pit of the night.
I mean, I don't I appreciate that a lot. That means a lot, especially but we were so excited to open for a band like Morbid Saint. That was a really great deal for us. So I appreciate that. I'm not going to be big-headed and say we do, but we thrash hard every time we're on stage. Like it's our goal to just put out as much as possible while we're up there, and have a show and play as tightly as possible and just be the best musicians we can be.
I think that's a great attitude, Cruz. That's really great, man.
Yeah.
Wow. And and being so young, I'll be excited to hear like the full length when you guys get to that. And are you writing right now?
Oh yeah.
Yeah?
Oh yeah.
Cool.
We have about half or a little more than half of full length written right now.
Wow. Okay.
And then we're hammering out some ideas. We've been putting it all on hold because we've been gigging so much, which
Sure.
and doing the tour, which is great. I'm totally fine with that. But we're about half of full length written, and yeah, we're just working on that for sure.
That's awesome. Now, so follow-up question to that then being, would be continuing kind of the style and direction of the EP, or are we pushing into any other different directions or what have you? Sorry, I don't have all my words right now.
You're all good. I understand. We're pushing farther into technical thrash metal, leaning on just further and further leaning on Coroner and Forced Entry and
Hell yeah.
Annihilate, that kind of thing.
I
All
think I
right.
missed the last one that you mentioned. Sorry.
Annihilator.
Oh, Annihilator. I don't know. Uh,
Hmm.
one I got a hard recommend for you. Actually, a couple. Anacrusis
Okay.
from the
Hmm.
States. Fantastic. Very technical. Mekong Delta from Germany.
Oh yeah.
And uh, Oblivion and Dead Brain Cells from Canada.
Okay. I've
That
heard
these
of
are
the
just
last.
Yeah, those are some more technical thrash bands. But right on, dude. I love it. Bring it on. Would love to hear it. Oh, and I'm sure you guys are into Watchtower.
Oh, I haven't taken the time to I haven't invested time into listening to them, but I've heard of them. So
Oh yeah, they're right up your alley.
okay,
Right up your
perfect,
alley. Yeah,
perfect, perfect.
you'll like
I've
them.
had someone recommend them before, and I've just caught up in my business. So
Of course, of course. But I was like, well, if you are a technical thrash band and looking to get more technical, here's some technical thrash bands you may want to check
perfect.
out.
Yeah,
So yeah, yeah. I'll be here
yeah.
all day. Uh,
Are you familiar with Aspid? Yes,
with what band?
Aspid.
Aspid.
Mm-mm.
I
No.
may have seen them around. Tell me about
One
Aspid.
one record in the '90s, or early '90s, out of Russia.
Okay, I'll
Ah,
have to
okay.
check that out. Oh,
Um,
Aspid. So that might not even be the word because like it's in Cyrillic.
yeah, yep,
Interesting. Okay, okay. We'll have to check that out. Aspid. Okay, thank
worth
you.
it. So worth it.
Okay, well, now I've got some homework. Thank you, Cruz. Um, so
Yeah.
so I guess I want to ask just like tell us about you guys just finished your first tour. How many dates was that?
It was 6 in
Okay.
2 weeks, so we relatively chill, a little space between each one.
But that's a good run. It's just basically a couple of like two weekend runs, kind of a deal.
Mhm.
That's a smart way to tour, honestly. Um, but I guess I just want to ask, like, I'm just have you go, like, tell us how the tour went down and like how the gigs were.
Well, I think we were. I don't think we were underprepared because everything ended up working out real great. I just think that there's always stuff to improve on by the time you're done. Where you're like, I could have started in a little bit of a better place, but for where we started the tour, financially, where we started the tour in terms of readiness, musical readiness, we were ready.
Cool.
But like everything just panned out exactly how you'd want it to um for a first time dipping your toes into the water kind of thing.
Nice.
um it's definitely motivating,
That's good.
to do some more.
That's good.
I think that's what all of us want out of this is the
Nice.
main takeaway is that we want more.
Nice.
um
So I'll take it the tour was a success. It was not
yeah,
like filled with
sure.
problems. That's good. That's great,
Yeah.
man. Um, well, that is really cool. Was there any gig on the tour that was like, man, this one was really special?
There were a couple that were pretty standout. Just getting into Spokane was really cool because the guys that run the Big Dipper are all like a couple of them are in the band Black Tracks, and the sound guy there, Matt, I believe. All of them were just really excellent people, awesome to hang out with and work with. I mean, it was a Monday night, so it wasn't particularly incredible in terms of turnout, but the
Yeah.
bands that we played with Toxic Vengeance while we were there.
Nice. That's a cool band.
Yeah, there's a band of like 14-year-olds called Dissonance, and
Whoa.
they just are like, you gotta see them. Like they
Okay. Okay.
Okay then, yeah.
have to get out this way. They're a little less thrashy and a little more leaning into the they do a good amount of thrashy stuff, but they lean a little bit more into some melodic things and their drummer's inspired by Gojira, you can tell.
Oh,
Like
okay.
Ah, okay. Yeah,
they
yeah.
got some of those more recent like light progressive elements. But man, they for some kids, they just blow everyone away. They were incredible. And
That's
Very
they're,
cool.
sounds
that
pretty
venue,
impressive for 14-year-olds. Jesus.
right?
Yeah. So,
Yeah, it was pretty mind blowing.
Wow.
So the show at the Big Dipper was really great. That one felt awesome. Everyone there was really, really great. And show at Chainsaw Cat. That was our first time down in Yakima too,
Okay.
and that venue is just fantastic. The people that work there are fantastic. The
Nice.
booking agent's fantastic. The guy who runs the place is fantastic. That was such a fun one. The venue is great. The stage is great. The room is large. That was a real fun one. Just to be down there and spend the night with friends.
Yeah,
Uh,
that rules,
hanging
man.
Yeah. And then the last show of the tour also being at Funhouse in Seattle.
Oh
Uh
yeah.
that was, I mean, it was pretty full up in there.
Yeah.
I that was it was what I was really hoping for, was a really good turnout just for our last show of the tour. Like, we're coming back home, let's round back
That's
to
very cool.
we were familiar, and it people turned out and it was really great.
Nice, nice.
Yeah.
Um, Forgive me. Do you have a gig on September 6th at the Kraken?
So I believe I do. Um,
Okay.
that right now, this very second, is kind of up in the air because
Oh,
I made a little mistake
oh,
when booking, and
oh,
double and booked the venue back to back days. So
Mm,
oh.
I have
whoopsie.
to figure out what I'm gonna do about that. That's still up in the air right
Well,
now.
you may just have to play you may just have to do a residency that weekend. Uh,
Yeah, that's
the reason I
I'm
ask because
leaning.
the reason I ask is I believe the band I manage, Atomic Terror,
Yeah.
are on that gig on the 6th with you guys. So uh, excited uh, to to have you guys play with them because
Yeah.
yeah.
If all turns out well, then that's the goal. Yeah, is to
Okay.
still play that show and have the be on with Atomic Terror too. That's something we've been first. I don't know how I heard about them so early into my discovery of local thrash, but I think
Yeah.
they were just gigging and their name came up a good
Oh
amount,
yeah.
and I was like, okay, cool. So I've known about them since we were nothing, and
Sure.
I thought that was really cool to be like, man, I just want to play with those guys. It's
Ah,
it's been a long time coming, so hopefully that pans out. Yeah,
I hope so too.
Yeah, man.
And if anything, we'll get you guys down here playing a show with them.
for sure.
We'll get a big thrash gig happen down here. But killer, man. Chase, do you have some questions for Cruz?
Oh, you wanted me to come up with questions? Oh shit. No, okay, yeah. So I looked up on Encyclopedia Metallum. It said that you're from a place called Enumclaw?
Enumclaw.
Enumclaw. Okay, yeah, one of the two. Okay, uh what's the metal scene like around there? You know, Kent,
Well,
Tacoma. Yeah.
so well, if we're gonna go back to Enumclaw, that's where I was living when I met Otis Little, Violent Insurrection's drummer.
Yeah.
Um,
Okay.
and that's a very, very small town, a little bit farther east. And it was it was a great time growing up there. It was a fun place to grow up. But for if you want to expand into metal and do what we wanted to do, you had to move farther west and farther north.
Yeah.
And
Okay. Yeah.
so getting from there just roots into Tacoma. I mean, I moved up to Kent first.
Oh, nice.
So
Yeah.
so hopefully somewhere on there it should say that the band was founded in Kent, because that's where we were practicing out of for the first 2 years of our existence and 2.5 years of our existence. And I mean that wasn't a whole lot going on, but we were, you know, 30 minutes north and you're in Seattle, and 30 minutes south and you're in Tacoma, and you're able to gig wherever you want within half an hour. And so that it was a convenient spot right in the middle.
Yeah, I would think
Um,
so.
Okay.
so that
Cool.
wasn't
Yeah.
too bad. Now being based out of Tacoma, it's like another 15 minutes on a good day if you're lucky, with traffic getting to Seattle.
Right.
Um, And
Yeah.
then, I have Real Art Tacoma 15 minutes down the street from our practice
Oh,
space.
nice.
So that's an easy ride down the street and you load in and you're done. So
There you go.
all that's real nice.
Yeah.
Real convenient.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Very, very cool. Very cool. Um, Chase, did you have other?
Well, I was gonna say, you already asked about like good shows and whatnot on the tour. Was there like a particular venue, the way it was set up, like or anything on your tour that was like a standout? I'm always interested in venues,
Mm.
with people's perspectives on them.
Uh,
Uh, yeah,
yeah. Venue wise, set up. So Tony V's Garage in Everett.
Yeah,
We
I've always heard
played
about that place.
Hyperstrike's first show with them there.
Nice.
And I
cool.
know they played with Atomic Terror the day that we were in Portland.
Yes.
Um, so
Which
that
is
was
why I
that was
wasn't at your gig, Cruz. Uh,
no hard feelings.
thank you. Um,
But I mean, it was the people that were working there and the way that they treated the musicians and the way that they wrapped up at the end of the night was really great. The way the stage is a good size, the drum riser is like it. I don't know what it was, but it looks like a bunch of tables and a big carpet over it. It
okay.
worked. It was
Sure.
cool. It was a good it was a good place to play. The stage was pretty big.
Yeah.
Lights were taken care of well there.
Nice.
We had Chris. I cannot for the life of me remember his last name, but he just does a bunch of sound and lights for metal shows out here, and we had him there because he's tight with both us and the guys in Hyperstrike.
Nice.
So he
Very
was
cool.
running sound and lights for that gig, and that was very good. Chainsaw Cat, if you ever get anyone up to Chainsaw Cat, and I mean it's Yakima, so it's mostly hardcore out there. But if
Okay.
you pull together a good bill, man, the Chainsaw Cat is such a fun venue.
Right. We just
Okay.
it's interesting. We just had a place open up in Portland. It's called the High Limit Room, and it's an all ages place, and they're primarily doing hardcore shows. But I'm like, I want to book like crossover shows there, like a couple
Mm-hmm.
thrash bands, a couple hardcore bands, and just like get
Yeah,
that happening. That's
Yeah,
that's a
man.
vibe, man. That is a vibe.
yeah,
Um, and so you may be hearing from me about something like that. Uh,
good.
yeah. I did want to ask you about your gear, like your rig. Can we talk about that? Like, what do you
We
use?
could we could talk about equipment all day long with
Well,
me.
we won't, but we'll take
But we
Nice.
a few choice minutes to talk about it. How about
um well my first proper bass amp, gigging worthy bass amp was a Gallien-Kruger 700 RB, one of the 2010s models,
that? Okay.
and a MBX cab, which are like more. They were budget end for like the 2010 era of Gallien-Kruger stuff, but that cab I still have. It sounds great. I love it. But recently I moved up to a proper 90s 800 RB
Oh, okay.
with and then I got a Neo cabinet, 2010s Gallien-Kruger Neo cabinet. So the cabinets look almost the same. They just sound different. And they sound great
Sure.
together.
Nice.
Um,
Nice.
yeah, for a stack, it's really great. And the head is just everything I've ever wanted out of an amp head ever.
Nice.
Um, and into that, I'm running on the floor. I'm running a Sans amp VT.
Okay.
So like an Ampeg simulation Sans amp, then into a compressor, and then my chorus pedal, and then my noise gate, and then it's into the face of the amp. So that's it. It just gives that nice fat warmth that a SVT style bass amp would have, and blends it with all the clarity of the Gallien-Kruger, running it right into the face of the amp. Um, that's my setup right now, and I'm running off my Dream amp head, so I'm pretty
Very
satisfied
cool.
with that.
Okay. And then what bass do you use? What?
I use live. I use two different
Oh,
basses right now. I have both of them are the David Ellefson, the
oh,
Jackson David Ellefson 30th
nice.
anniversary Rest in Peace signatures.
Sick.
So they're
Fun.
they are production recreations of the custom shop models he had made in the 90s, late 80s and the 90s.
Sick.
So they're the full 9 yards neck through, which is preferred for me. I love 80s feeling basses and guitars that are neck through. The back of the neck is gloss.
Nice.
It's great. So it's just basically a brand new 80s bass. And I chopped out the stock preamp and wired in a period accurate recreation of the preamp that the actual custom shop models had. I did that in both basses, and I also wired up a second 9-volt battery. So both basses are running 18 volts. One battery to the pickups, one battery to the preamp, with the period accurate preamp, and that's it. So I have the 4 and the 5-string model, the black and silver ones.
Wow. Okay. So you said those are what you use live. Do you play something different for studio and rehearsing?
Occasionally. So I have hold on.
Okay. We will hold on.
I have this bass was I've had a million basses over my time, and this is the 4th ever bass I've owned and the oldest one that I've had for the longest amount of time. And I love it. It's my Fender Aerodyne made in Japan.
Nice.
But I've replaced all the hardware on it and just done a million things to it. It's nice and beat. It's
oh yeah.
Bucket
well loved, yeah.
Yeah.
I had the Mike Lowell shop route in some things for 9-volt batteries.
Nice.
I'll play that during practice occasionally. And I love that bass to death. It's great. I've only had the chance to play it live twice now though, and I'm waiting to get like one more part for it, and then I might start playing it live occasionally.
Okay.
But tracking, like for the EP, I tracked on my 5-string, my David Ellison 5-string.
Sick. Okay. Killer.
Right on. That thing is just so well rounded in the mix and live. So
yeah, I mean, we saw you playing that Mother live, and it's great. Great tone. So yeah, excellent. Okay.
Well, if I may jump in with another one, I only got 2 questions left here. But what made you go with your vocal style?
What I am physically capable of doing.
Okay.
We were looking for a vocalist, and we were just like, we do not have the kind of time to continue looking for a vocalist if we want to start practicing music.
Fair enough, yeah.
So I might as well pick up singing
there you go.
while playing. And so that's where that came from.
So it's the story a lot of people, have,
Yep.
And you know what? You get something honest from it.
Yeah.
I think everybody who that's their story, there's something genuine and irreplaceable about their vocal delivery, because it comes from an unpretentious place, and yeah. So right on.
Yeah. I think main inspirations for vocal style would be Havoc and Warbringer.
Sure.
They definitely.
Okay. Yeah.
That's like where I'm coming from with what I'm trying to achieve is David Sanchez of Havoc's vocals.
Okay.
But I'm also heavily inspired by like what the band Void is doing now.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Void are cool.
His vocal style, where it's evolved to kind of have that like hair metal style open kind of thing.
Yeah,
man.
I love that in my thrash metal. I love King Diamond.
Yeah.
I love all that kind of just high open singy kind of stuff.
Yeah.
So I want to implement more of that when possible, because that's kind of the direction I'm trying to train my voice at the moment. But
nice.
I love screaming. So
yeah, right on, dude. Well, we love thrash with high soaring vocals as well. It's like, when the vast majority of the genre is just kind of like shouting with style, and that's fine, or doing kind of like a take on like a metal version of hardcore punk vocals.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
It's fine, but like it's such a treat when guys want to go high and do those kinds of vocals. So I'm like, yay. I'm a big fan of that as well. You know, we love bands like Sanctuary and Heathen and Forbidden and stuff, you know, so Metal Church. So yeah, killer. Well, right on, dude. Chase, you had another question.
Oh yeah, this is last one I got, and it's a bit of a silly one. So acerbity, huh? Well, based on that, do you prefer Ace of Spades or Aces High? See,
I think
this is why I don't talk through most of these things.
Oh, okay. This is
that's
almost a pun. It is a dad joke in the forming. Okay.
Yeah,
it's
sorry.
it's such a it's such a terror because I know that on some level we all love Motorhead very much, but I think it's definitely an Aces High thing for us.
I get it. I
Fuck yeah,
mean,
man.
like Motorhead was not known for being technical, you know.
Yeah.
You know, four chords was about the limit. But they, you know, whatever, they wrote great songs, kick-ass songs,
Oh
you
hell
know.
yeah, man.
Of course, of course.
But you know, Maiden was always pushing them and continue to push themselves into technical and you know, aspects. So I think
Hmm.
that's totally cool and valid. No, Chase, don't scold yourself for that question. That's a fun one. Um, but yeah, I think that's about all the questions that I had. And that's you don't have anything else either, Chase?
Not the no, sorry.
Okay. Well, that's fine. I think this is good. So, Cruz, I want to thank you so much for taking your time out to talk with us today, and wish you all the best going forward with the Acerbity. I think we're going to be seeing and hearing a lot from you guys. Very exciting stuff, and I can't wait for you guys to be playing with Atomic Terror. That's going to be killer.
Get
Yeah.
some rest, man.
That too. All
We're,
right.
we're taking next band practice off. We're twice a week, so first practice of the week we're gonna cut it.
I think you
Okay.
guys earned it. Yeah.
Okay.
I think
All
so
right.
too.
Well, Cruz, thank you again for joining us today, and
Absolutely.
thank you everybody for watching. Uh, good night, everybody. All right.